So what I want to look at this week is some video creation tools that give you a bit more flexibility than the likes of Animoto and the others that we looked at last week, but that still have a similar price point, i.e. free. And there's two main ones that you're likely to come across. The first one is Windows Live Movie Maker, and this is what we'll be looking at tonight, and it's what you'll be looking at if you're a PC user. Alternatively, if you have an Apple Mac, I believe all new Macs come with iMovie, so that would already be it's part of what they call the iLife suite, but it comes free with all new Macs. So if you've bought a Mac recently, you should have iMovie. If you've got an older Mac and you haven't got iMovie, I believe it's only about sort of $10 or $15 from Amazon, so it's not going to break the bank. But as I say, what we're going to be focusing on today is Windows Live Movie Maker, quite simply because I'm using a PC, not a Mac. Which is really easy to get hold of. If you go to explore.live.com/Windows-Live-Movie-Maker, and so you don't have to type that all in. You will find a link below this video at the end. You'll be able to click on that, go and download it, and quite simply it will take you to this page. Right in the middle you see it says download now. Okay, click on that and it will bring down the correct version for your operating system, and we'll talk you through the install. It'll basically lead you step by step. So that's it for the slides tonight. We're actually going to get straight in and start working with it. So this is Windows Live Movie Maker. This is what it looks like when you first open it up. What we've got here is an area where we can add our images, our text, basically where we're putting the slides that we designed in our storyboard. So we'll build that all up here. If you think of this as your storyboard within Windows Live Movie Maker. So we'll build it all up in here, and we'll link everything together. As we start to add images in here and text in here, we'll start seeing previews in this screen on the left. So this is where we'll be able to, at any point, go through and play and see what we're doing. Up across the top here, we've got the toolbar area, and we will go into this in more detail as we go through it, but you can see there's options here to add videos and photos, to add music. That only becomes available once you've got some video there to add the music to. We can add from a webcam, we can take snapshots, we can add titles, credits, we can add themes to the movies. And you see over here, once we've created it, we can even share it to Facebook or YouTube or places like that. We've also got animations, and this is where we're transitioning between images, or where we're actually introducing some movement into the screen, and we'll look at that in an example. We have visual effects. This is where we can change how a picture looks, and again we'll play around with that. We can set up the project. We can say, do we want it widescreen or do we want it standard? If you remember from the very first couple of weeks, we said we should try and produce everything at 16:9. And the great thing is, that's the default in Windows Live Movie Maker. And we can change how we set things up. The other one that's not obvious is this little drop-down menu. So this is where we save things, where we open things, where we create a new project. And if you have a video camera, this is where you would actually import from that video camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some videos. Now I'm just on my second monitor. I'm just going to flick back to my storyboard so that I can remember what order we have everything in. So add videos and music. And the first one that we want, session 5 we have. First one that we want is this one. Okay, so I can go and select them just by clicking Add Videos and Music. I'm going to add all of the images at once to start with, and then we'll come back and we'll add text in between. So the next one I want is the group of friends. Okay, this one here. The other thing that I can do, by the way, is I can simply open them up in Windows Explorer, which I have here, and I can just drag them across. So if I just select all of these, apart from that one which I've already got and that one which I've already got, and then I can just drag them across. Okay, then all we need to do is change the order. So if I get that right to start with, that would help us. So that's right, and we have the Stern piano player. Okay. Oops. So Stern piano player goes there. Then we have the man pulling his hair out. That goes there. Then we have the fist. Then we want rocket piano. And this one, and all the bonuses. Then we want the happy children. We want the professional musician, and finally we want the bonus. Okay, so that's all of the images. Next thing we want to do is you need to start adding some text in here. So if I go back to the beginning, and we need a text slide in here. So I'm going to say a title. And this particular slide was the one that had quite a bit of text on it. Oops. Remember, see this? Picture yourself 12 months from now entertaining a group of friends around the piano. Okay, and we're going into the group of friends. So I'm going to type that. Picture yourself 12 months from now entertaining a group of friends around the piano ... Now, as we can see, it's probably not laid out brilliantly. What I would probably want to do is move that nearer the middle of the screen. Okay, I'm just going to do that visually. Might want to make it bigger or smaller. I think it's actually a little bit too large, so I'll make it one click smaller. There we go, but I'll make it... No, I don't like that. So that's not bad. Okay. And let's have a look at the colour. It is white. Okay. See, it's animating at the moment. We'll need to play around with that. And what you've noticed is that some of these videos have got text underneath them. What we'll do is we'll go in and we'll remove the text. Okay, because I want my text on there, not upset man. Okay. So if I just drag that in the middle there, you can see here, this is my bar. Okay, it's my timeline showing me where things are happening. So there, it's faded out, and we will be changing this, just so you know, so you don't need to worry about it right now. But if I put it in the middle, we can see, picture yourself 12 months from now entertaining a group of friends around the piano, which goes into a group of friends around the piano. And then in here, we want to say ... that you're playing like, oops, like a maestro. And I want maestro bold. Okay. Drag that across. You're playing like a maestro. We don't want the whole thing bold. Okay, it's still not perfect. It's still not as flexible as some other editors, but it's okay. Bold doesn't work with this font, I don't think. Yeah, I don't like that. So we'll leave it non-bold, but as we can see, you're playing like a maestro. Fine. Picture of a maestro. Okay. We then go on to say in here, traditional teaching methods, ... Again, somewhere near the middle. And the end of it, I'm going to put another one in, are outdated. Okay, so we should fade from one to the other. Are outdated, and then into down here, traditional teaching methods. We then have the next set which said traditional teaching methods are frustrating. So I can just copy this, paste it there. Copy. Traditional teaching methods, and I'll copy this one as well. Copy, paste. We'll change that to frustrating. Okay, so I'm not doing anything clever at the moment. Just building up the story. So in here we have a new slide. There's now a better way. Let's put some capitals in there. There's now a better way. Okay. Actually, on this one, I'm going to make it a bit bigger. See if we can do this. Okay, nice and big. Now a better way. And then here we will have introducing ... Rocket Piano. And then we should be able to say a comprehensive course from beginner to advanced. Okay, I'm just typing text in at the moment and trying to mirror my storyboard. So in here we want 2 new slides. Okay. There, 2 new slides. So we want revolutionary teaching. Revolutionary teaching. Okay. Makes learning fun. Okay. So we've got revolutionary teaching, makes learning fun. You know, don't be afraid to play around with these as well. You can't hurt anything. So see, try things out. Say, will it allow me to put a caption on there? No, we've already got a caption. Will it allow me to put another title in there? No, it's just entering a new screen. Okay, play around with these things. We get this, revolutionary teaching makes learning fun, and then we go into the two fun pictures, and then we have title. This is the one where we say professional musicians use a trick of the trade. We have the picture of the professional musicians. Add another title in here. Say, you can learn it too. You can learn pianoonline.com. Let's just format that a bit better. Okay, there we go. So now we're starting to add the call to action in here. We've got the URL on the screen. We've got the picture here. What I'll probably do here is I'll add a caption to this picture. You can learn pianoonline.com. Okay, so now my URL is in front of them even whilst they're looking at the picture. And then at the end we had another 3 title slides. Okay, 1, 2. Let's do them one at a time. And this one is actually it's a complete duplicate of this one, so I'll delete that. We'll go in here, copy that, move that, paste that one. Okay, coming back in here, you can learn it too. Okay, incidentally, I don't know whether you spotted that, but you can actually move the text so that it's slightly out of sync. So all I did was moved it, dragged it to the right and moved it to the start of that frame. So what that means is, for example here, okay, it's got the URL all the way. I could move it like that and then the URL would appear there. Okay, I don't want that, I want the URL all the time. So we'll come to this one. You can learn it too, again. And at the end, do have to play around with it sometimes, but and claim 6 free lessons. www.youcanlearnpiano.com. pianoonline.com. Okay, so let's drag this back a little bit. You can learn it too and claim 6 free lessons. Now I go on to my last slide. Let's put it right at the beginning. And this one will say www.youcanlearnpianoonline.com. Go there now. Well, let's work bold. Yep, let's try that one bold. Okay, so I've done nothing fancy so far other than put together the basic structure. If we just drag the timeline all the way at the beginning, you can see learn to play piano, and we're just going through all of the different steps that were in our storyboard.